Good morning, students. I'm Sangeeta, lecturer in chemistry, branch general section, working in GPT, Naranke, semester 1, subject general engineering chemistry, subject code 18C 104F. Our topic is acids and bases. In that subtopic, Bronsted-Lowry theory. Let us recollect what we have discussed in last class. So what we have discussed in last class, we have discussed these three topics. Arrhenius theory of acids and bases, that is Arrhenius acid, base and neutralization. Strength of acids and bases. Then limitations of Arrhenius theory. So according to Arrhenius, what is an acid? Any substance which gives H plus ions in aqueous solution is called an acid. And according to Arrhenius, what is a base? Any substance which gives OH minus ions in aqueous solution is called base. And what is neutralization? The reaction between acid and base to form salt and water is called neutralization. This HCl plus NaOH gives rise to NaCl plus H2O. We come to strength of acids. So based on dissociation, again these acids and bases are divided into strong and weak. So if undergoes dissociation completely and gives more ions, those are called strong acids and strong bases. If undergoes dissociation incompletely and gives less number of ions, those are weak acids and weak bases. Then limitations of Arrhenius theory. So to overcome the limitations of Arrhenius theory, so one more theory has been given by the scientist Bronsted and Lowry. That theory is called as Bronsted-Lowry theory or proton theory. So today we will discuss this theory, Bronsted-Lowry theory or proton theory. So what are the objectives? So after finishing this topic, you will be able to understand definition of acid, base and neutralization. Then definition of conjugate acid base pair. Then strength of acids and bases. At last, we will study the limitations. So to overcome the defects of Arrhenius theory, this theory has been introduced. So we will study that theory. So Bronsted and Lowry proposed a theory independently and simultaneously to overcome the defects of Arrhenius theory. So according to Bronsted, what is an acid, what is a base, what is neutralization? So according to Bronsted, what is an acid? Proton donor is called acid. That means the substance which donates protons to another substance is called Bronsted acid. So when it donates protons, when another substance is ready to take the protons, then only it will donate the protons. That means to donate protons, so one substance will be ready to accept the protons. So here the proton donor is called acid. So example, HCl, H2, SO4, etc. So protons are nothing but H plus ions. The substance which donates protons to another substance is called Bronsted acid. So these are the examples. Then what is a base? Proton acceptor is called base. A substance which accepts protons from another substance is called Bronsted base. So here the substance will accept protons from another substance, that is called as Bronsted base. Example, NH3 H2O. They will accept the protons. Why they will accept the protons? Because they have lone pair of electrons. So here in NH3 on nitrogen atom, lone pair. H2O on oxygen atom, lone pair. So they will accept the protons. Then come to neutralization. So according to Bronsted-Lowry theory, what is neutralization? Transfer of proton from acid to base is called neutralization. So here from acid to base, proton is transferring. So that type of reactions are called neutralization reactions according to Bronsted-Lowry theory. So all neutralization reactions are reversible and involves two acid base pairs. So here you see the reaction. So HCl is acid because it donates protons, and H2O is a base because it accepts protons. So here HCl is donating proton to acid. So what happening? This HCl is converting into Cl minus, and this H2O is converting into H3O plus. So here this is donating proton, this is acid, this is base. So what happening? Again these are converting. So reversible reaction will take place. The Cl minus will take proton from here. This H3O plus will donate proton. So as it is donating proton, it is a acid. As it is accepting proton, it is a base. So these two are acid base pair. This is one acid base pair. HCl and Cl minus are one acid base pair, and H2O and H3O plus are one acid base pair. Okay, involves two acid base pair. This is one acid base pair. This is one acid base pair. So next you have conjugate acid base pair. What is meant by conjugate acid base pair? A pair of acid and base differ by one proton is called conjugate acid base pair. So this is one pair, this is one pair. A pair of acid and base differ by how many protons here? This pair is differ by one proton. Here one proton is there, one proton is not there. Here two protons are there, here three protons. So how much difference here? Here one proton difference, here one proton difference. So any acid base pair which differ by one proton is called conjugate acid base pair. So here we will see one more example. So H2O plus NH3. So here H2O, it will act as acid. So here we said it will act as base. So this water is having both acidic character and basic character. It acts as acid, base, and it also a neutral molecule. So here it will act as acid. Here NH3 will act as base. So this water will donate proton to NH3. So it is acid. As it is accepting, this is base. So it will convert to NH4 plus. And this H2O giving H plus ion, it will convert to OH minus ion. So this H2O and OH minus, this is one acid base pair, and this NH3 and NH4 plus, one acid base pair. And what happens? This is a reversible. So again what it will do? This will donate proton and this will accept proton. So this is acid, this is base. So here two acid base pairs. So H2O and OH minus, conjugate acid base pair. Why we are saying conjugate acid base pair? So here difference is one proton. Here two protons, here one proton. Difference is how many protons? One proton difference in between two acid base pair. Here also one proton difference. So H2O and OH minus ion is one conjugate acid base pair, and NH3 and NH4 plus is one conjugate acid base pair. Okay. So every protonic acid has conjugate base and every base has conjugate acid. Every protonic acid, so this water is having conjugate base. So this is the conjugate base. OH minus is the conjugate base of water and every base has conjugate acid. So this NH3 is base. This is the NH4 plus is the conjugate is acid of NH3. Okay, a strong acid has a weak conjugate base. So whichever is strong acid, that will be having weak conjugate base. And strong base has weak conjugate acid. Okay. So this is about conjugate. So from strong acid, whatever the base coming, that is called as weak conjugate base. From strong base, whatever acid you are getting, that is weak conjugate base. So this is about conjugate acid base pair. Okay, what is conjugate acid base pair? An acid base pair which differs, it changes, the proton difference is 1. The type of conjugate acid base pair is that is called as, sorry, an acid base pair which differs by 1 proton is called conjugate acid base pair. So define conjugate acid base pair and give an example they will ask. So like this you have to give. If you explain conjugate acid base pair means you have to write this definition and you have to write the equation and you have to explain this one. So water is donating proton, so it is acid. NH3 is accepting proton, so it is base. When water donates proton to NH3, it gives NH4 plus ion. And this NH4 plus ion, then water donates proton, it will convert to OH minus ion. And this OH minus ion will take proton from NH4 plus. So as it is donating, this is acid, as it is accepting, this is base. So here, so from protonic acid, you are getting this base. So this is the conjugate base of water. So from this base, you are getting this acid. So this is the conjugate acid of NH3. So H2O minus and OH minus ion are one conjugate acid base pair, and NH3 and NH4 plus minus plus are one conjugate acid base pair. Okay. So the next one, some conjugate acid base pair. So here acids, these are all acids and conjugate bases. So here one proton difference. So you have to remove one proton. So if you see here H2SO4, one proton HSO4 minus, okay, conjugate base. From strong acids, okay, you'll get weak conjugate bases. From weak acids, get strong bases, like that. Okay, then HCl, Cl minus, H3O plus, H2O, HSO4 minus, SO4 minus. So here you have to remove one proton, H3PO4, H2PO4, and you get a negative charge. CH3COOH, CH3COO minus. It is a weak acid, no? So it is a strong conjugate base. Okay, H2CO3, HCO3 minus, H2PO4 minus, HPO4 minus 2. Okay, NH4 plus, NH3. One proton you have to remove here. HCO3 minus, CO3 minus 2, HPO4 minus 2, PO4 minus 3, H2O, OH minus. So these are the some of the examples of conjugate acid base pairs. Okay. Then come to strength of acids and bases. The strength of acid and base depends upon its ability to donate or accept protons. So whether they are having great tendency to accept protons or whether having great tendency to donate protons. Based on that, acids and bases are divided into strong and weak, same as Arrhenius theory. A substance which has greater tendency to donate proton is called strong acid. and has less tendency to donate proton is called weak acid. That means which easily gives proton. That is called strong acid. Which not easily gives proton. It is having less tendency, less capacity to donate proton. It's called weak acid. So for strong acids, example, HCl, H2SO, they easily donates protons. Whereas weak acid, CH3COOH, acetic acid, and HCN, these all have less capacity to donate protons. So what is a strong acid? According to Bronsted-Lowry theory, which has great tendency, which has more tendency to donate proton, which easily donates protons, and which is having less tendency to donate proton is called weak acid. So example for strong acids, HCl, H2S. For weak acids, HCN and CH3COOH. Then what is strong base and weak base? A substance which has greater tendency to accept proton, which easily accepts proton, is called strong base, and which has less tendency to accept proton is called weak base. So here CH3COO minus. So this is a strong base. So from weak acid it is coming, no? So it is a strong base. It easily accepts proton and convert into weak acid. Similarly, OH minus, it easily accepts proton and forms water molecule. Then weak bases. So it's not that much easily they will accept protons. It has having less capacity to accept protons, Cn minus, ClO4 minus. So those all are weak bases. So whatever the bases coming from weak acids, those are strong bases. You remember like that. So it is coming from weak acid. So it is a strong base. So weak bases means strong acids. From strong acids, whatever you are getting, those are weak bases. So which have more tendency to accept protons is called strong base, and which are having less tendency or less capacity to accept proton is called weak base. Okay, this is about strength of acids and bases. Then come to the limitations. So this theory also having some limitations. Okay. So first limitation, a compound is acid or base only in the presence of another compound. So while discussing about what is an acid, what is a base, what I told, it can define what is an acid in the presence of another substance only. That means it can donate proton to another substance. That means in the presence of another substance, what is an acid, what is a base, can be explained by this theory. But without another substance, this theory could not explain what is an acid, what is a base. So here what this theory is saying, a substance which donates protons. When it donates protons, whenever another substance is there ready to take the protons, then only it will donate. So that is the meaning. So it could not explain what is an acid, what is a base without another compound. Then second point, it could not explain the electron deficient compounds like boron trichloride and boron trifluoride and AlCl3, etc. So there are some electron deficient compounds. Okay. So those electron deficient compounds acts as acids. But those electron deficient compounds are not explained by this theory. Then third point, it could not explain the neutralization reaction which do not involve the proton transfer. So according to Bronsted-Lowry theory, what is neutralization? The reaction in which proton transfer takes place from acid to base is called neutralization, he said. Okay. Transfer of proton from acid to base is called neutralization. But there are some neutralization reactions in which there is no transfer of proton. They do not involve the proton transfer. For example, if you see here, already we studied this one in first theory, that is Arrhenius theory of electrolytic dissociation. Calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, acidic oxide and calcium oxide. So here, is there any proton transfer is taking place? No, even though it is a neutralization reaction. So that type of neutralization reactions are not explained by this Bronsted-Lowry theory. So some of the limitations of Arrhenius theory are explained by this Bronsted-Lowry theory. So we'll go to the limitations of that Arrhenius theory, what they explained. The first one, this theory could not explain the nature of compounds in aqueous solution. So without water, this Bronsted theory explained what is an acid, what is a base. Okay, and this formation of hydronium ion, okay, formation of hydronium ion also explained by this Bronsted-Lowry theory. If you see here, this conjugate acid-base pair neutralization, HCl plus H2O, what happening here? Hydronium ion is forming. When acid is dissolved in water, hydronium ion is forming. That is successfully explained by Bronsted-Lowry theory. Okay, so some of the defects of Arrhenius theory are successfully explained by Bronsted-Lowry theory, and even though it successfully explains some point, this theory also has some defects. So these are the some of the defects of Bronsted-Lowry theory. So according to Bronsted, what is the acid? Proton donor is called acid. Proton acceptor is called acid. And what is neutralization? The transfer of proton from acid to base is called neutralization. Then what is conjugate acid base pair? An acid base pair differ by one proton is called as conjugate acid base pair. Then strengths of acids and bases. So based on tendency to donate and accept protons, acids and bases are divided into strong and weak. So what is meant by strong acid and weak acid? More tendency to donate proton is called strong acid. Weak tendency to donate proton is called weak acid. Similarly, so which has great tendency to accept protons is called base. Which has less tendency to accept proton is called weak base. Okay, this is about Bronsted-Lowry theory of acids and bases, and this theory is also called as proton theory because it is based on protons. Okay, come to summary. So in this period, what we have discussed? So we discussed Bronsted-Lowry theory. Under that, we discussed definition of Bronsted acid, base, and neutralization. Okay, Bronsted acid, base, and neutralization. Bronsted acid, base, and neutralization. Then definition of conjugate acid base pair. Then strength of acids and bases. At last we studied limitations of Bronsted and Lowry theory. Then come to objective type questions. So what type of objective type questions we expect from this topic? So very simple questions you get, that is direct questions. Acid and base differ by one proton or called. Okay, just now we studied now. So what is the option here? Redox pair, B conjugate acid base pair, C isobars, D isotopes. So what is the answer? So you got which term? Just now we studied now. Conjugate acid base pair. Redox pair you didn't heard. No, isobars, isotopes you might have studied in 10th standard, but now you didn't get these two words. So this is conjugate acid base pair. So an acid base pair which differs by one proton is called conjugate acid base pair. Answer is B. Then the strongest conjugate bases. So what I told, from weak acid you will get strong conjugate base. So here Cl minus will get from HCl, that is strong acid. SO4 minus 2 will get from H2SO4, that is strong acid. NO3 also will get from HNO3, that is also strong acid. From which weak acid you are getting this one? Acetic acid. So you are getting, so this is the strongest conjugate base. So from weak acid you will get strong conjugate base. From strong acid you will get weak conjugate base. Okay, so your strongest conjugate base is CH3COO minus. So answer is C. Then next come to third question. Conjugate acid of NH3 is. So conjugate acid, that means when it takes proton, it will convert to what? NH4 plus. So as it is taking proton, it is a base. So from this base, what you are getting? You will get a acid. That is called as conjugate acid. So conjugate acid of NH3 is NH4 plus. Okay, all of you understood? NH3 is a base. Why it is base? It will take proton. When it takes protons, it will convert to NH4 plus. Okay, so this NH4 plus, again what it will do? It will donate proton. So this will be the conjugate acid of NH3. So answer is A. Don't confuse here. So NH3, conjugate acid of NH3S. From this base you are getting this one. So this is a acid. Why? Because this will again donate proton. So this is the conjugate acid of NH3. So answer is A. Then come to the next question. Conjugate base of HCl is. So whatever the base, whatever the product you are getting from this one is conjugate base. So when you remove proton from HCl, what will remain? Cl minus. So conjugate base of HCl is Cl minus. So answer is A. Okay. So from acid you will get conjugate base. From okay. From base you will get conjugate acid. So conjugate base of HCl is Cl minus. Answer is A. So when proton is going means will convert into Cl minus. Okay. So these are the some of the objective type questions you may get in your entrance exam. Okay. Then come to the questions. So what type of questions you will expect from this topic? So all questions I wrote. So what is Bronsted acid and base and give example. Okay. What is conjugate acid base pair and give example. Explain strength of acids and bases. Write the limitations of Bronsted theory. Explain Bronsted-Lowry theory of acids and bases. So among these questions, most frequently asked questions, the second one, what is conjugate acid base pair and give example for 1 mark question. Define conjugate acid base pair, that is for 1 mark question. Explain conjugate acid base pair, that is for 3 marks or 5 marks question. Explain means you have to write the definition, you have to give the equation, and you have to explain the total equation. What are the two acid base pairs you have to tell. So define means just definition. An acid base pair which differs by one proton is called conjugate acid base pair. Then acid base and neutralization. Define Bronsted acid, define Bronsted base, define neutralization, and give example. Compulsory you have to read the examples. With example only they will ask. So then this is for 5 marks. Explain Bronsted-Lowry theory of acids and bases. Explain Bronsted-Lowry theory of acids and bases. Okay, this is for 5 marks questions. So this is about Bronsted-Lowry theory. So what is the first theory? Arrhenius theory of acids and bases. As that theory has some drawbacks, this theory has introduced by Bronsted and Lowry theory. And this theory also has some limitations. So to overcome the drawbacks of Bronsted-Lowry theory, one more theory has been given by the scientist Lewis, that is called as Lewis theory of acids and bases. So that theory we will study in the next class. Okay. So you understood the Bronsted-Lowry theory of acids and bases. If you have any doubts, we will clarify in the next class. The first one is Arrhenius theory, second one is Bronsted-Lowry theory, and next one is Lewis theory. We will study that Lewis theory in the next class. Okay, thank you, students.
Mummy,